What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Here's another video brought to you by my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. Thank you for all the people who support me at Potion Shop TV on Twitch and Potion Shop on YouTube. This video is made possible by you guys. So today we're talking about nodes for beginner players. First, if you're brand new to BDO, there's a lot of things you got to learn overall, but nodes is not one of those things you have to learn right away. Don't worry about nodes if you're just brand new to the game. It's something that you want to learn as you get bored, or you want to try out something new in the game. That's when you want to go after doing nodes. So first, what are nodes? Nodes are these little icons on your map when you press M, and every little area inside BDO has one of these nodes. These are mainly initially so you can explore the gray zones in the world, and once you have discovered them, you unlock the knowledge, and everything around the area will be revealed. So as you can see here, I have the entire map currently revealed because I've discovered everything in BDO currently. And then your map will look gray like this over here. Once you discover things, it'll start unlocking and make things visible. So first, as a new player, you want to do this as maybe exploration if you're bored and you want to kind of explore the game world, figure out where everything's at. So this is something to do. It's a really, really fun thing to explore BDO, find out where, it's kind of like the storyline behind things, what different NPCs are doing. There's some quests out there that kind of explain that stuff. Most people don't find quests in BDO fun, but if that's your thing, that's one of the reasons this is really exciting to me personally. Is I remember going out here on a boat and going to every single island, or swimming to different islands in order to get the knowledge and discover the entire ocean out here, which was a really cool story, and you can tell your friends about that kind of stuff. That's part of what makes BDO fun. But a lot of players are wondering why nodes are good for profit. And as you can see here, there's like this little symbol here, this little yellow symbol, and outlined in green. And this is actually smaller nodes attached to the big node, and this is for chicken and egg, and this one is for potatoes. And this is what people want to know, is they want to know generally what ones are good and how this all works for profit. The basic idea behind this is if you don't have a value pack, you right click on the node and then you can auto path to the node once it's discovered. If you don't have it discovered and you want to find the next one nearby, you can just click on the node, click on previous, and it'll highlight the other nodes nearby. So since we want to go to Finto Farm, we're going to reset, go back to Finto Farm. That's one way you can find nearby nodes very easily, and that highlight will be there even if you don't have the node discovered. Even if you don't have these other areas discovered yet, they'll be highlighted. One thing to note is that this does not work if you can invest contribution points with the value pack. So we're over here, head over to Finto Farm. If you don't have a value pack, the way you do this is you basically go to the node manager. Like we said, is you just right click on it, and when you right click on the node, it will take you to the node manager. Once you're at the node manager, you can actually invest your contribution points directly there. The value pack allows you to do this remotely, so you can do this anywhere in the game world. So here, node management. And you can see here, it highlights where I'm at, and it says, okay, this is what you can currently invest into. So even if you don't have a value pack, this is the way you have to do it without a value pack. If you do have a value pack, you can just go in here and click on invest, even though you're not there, and you've learned it. So now it comes down to understanding what nodes are worth it, what nodes are not worth it. If you're a brand new player, I really want to sweat it too much. The basic idea is you just want to have some nodes that sell on the marketplace. So the idea is you go to the marketplace, you type in potatoes, and look at that. Potatoes sell for 1,500 a piece. So yes, we can get the potato node and put a worker on it, and that'll make us some profit. The way you can get your workers is you can press escape, and you can go to find your workers over here in worker list underneath live. This will give you a list of all your workers. If you're brand new to the game and you don't have workers, then you'll need to go to the nearby city and go to the worker manager to hire a new worker. This requires you have to have lodging for your worker, and you have to hire your worker with a little bit of silver. It costs energy to roll for these. This all sounds like a little bit complicated, but this is just really at the end of the day, you're just getting a worker, and he has a few requirements to get a worker. In order to invest into this node, it has to be connected to Velia. So if I have a worker in Velia, I want him to go work at Finto Farm, I have to connect Finto Farm to Velia. Same thing is true if I wanted a Velia worker to work over here in Moretti Plantation. I can't do that unless the actual city is connected with the nodes. So I'd have to connect over here to Bartali Farm, then Belnos Forest, then to Heidel Pass, then to Northern Guard Camp, then to Heidel. And then after all those are connected all the way over to Moretti Plantation, I could send a worker from Velia to Moretti Plantation. So generally what you want to do is you want to put your workers nearby the cities that they are from. So I have all my Heidel workers going around Heidel, my Glish workers going around Glish, my Velia workers going to nodes around Velia, and so on and so forth for all the other cities in the game. Not all cities have workers. So like Western Guard Camp doesn't have workers, for example, as well as Encarter Inner Harbor. There's some way I think you can hire a worker here, but you have to have it invested, so it's a little bit particular. But yeah, not all cities have workers. Every city that is blue has workers in it, and every city that is green also has workers in it. The only exception to that, as far as I'm aware, is over here in Port Rat. You cannot hire a worker in Port Rat yet. So, and that does include Ilia Island. Ilia Island, you can hire a worker in Ilia Island and send him out to go get some fish for you. So that is something to remember. All right, well now we're at the worker supervisor. You can go here to the contract worker. Takes 5 energy, and then you can roll through to see what kind of workers you get. You can see here it costs silver, so it's 3,500. And if you wanted this view another worker, another 5 energy, and it'll roll to another 1. Generally, the workers that most players go for, if you just want to leave them AFK all day, you want to kind of go for giants. These are a little bit more slow. That's your worker stamina. That's how often they can, how much work they can do at one time. Going for a goblin, they have less stamina, but they work way faster. So this is good if you can refill your workers with food very often. And if you just want to search for a very good worker, you can hit like artisan. Say I want to do this with all my energy, and it'll cycle through. And if I don't get an artisan, then it'll just keep on cycling. But if an artisan pops up, it'll stop for me, and it'll be like, oh, hey, look, we got one. Well, anyway, it's not always that easy. We'll hire this one just to show you how it works. And you see this one also costs 90,000 silver, so it costs a little bit more than your average worker. And you see here that his stamina is 35, and his work speed is 75. So we have this worker here. We'll filter them by Velia workers. These are my Velia workers. You can see his R1's level 30. They have some skills. I really wouldn't worry about all these skills and stuff as a new player. This isn't really important. The basic idea for all this, just to kind of reiterate for new players who are looking at this, nodes are for exploring the game world. If you want to make an income off nodes, you basically see what nodes they have here. So chicken and potatoes for this one. You search on marketplace to see if those are worth anything. If they are, you can go and hire workers from the worker manager. There's a limit on how many you can have. You can see here, cannot hire any more. And you can basically go and get additional lodging through either the city itself, or you can buy it from the Pearl Shop. And there's a limit to both of those. There's not every one of these has lodging in it. Once you have a worker, you can basically select a node that you want to put the worker on, invest if you have a value pack, or go there physically by right-clicking and investing physically with the node manager. Once you have the node, you can go and select your worker, and you can say, okay, this is from Velia. I can't send one from Olvia because it's not connected. You see here, not connected. So I cannot use that. But I could use my Velia worker here, and it'll tell you roughly how long it'll take him to do one cycle. So this worker can do 35 cycles, and each cycle takes him 38 minutes to complete. So we can do some quick math on that, and we can know that that's basically good for 22 hours roughly. This worker will be able to work here 22 hours in a row, gathering ash timber, but we have to go back and check, is ash timber worth it? And you see here it's worth 600 apiece, which is pretty low, and that's probably not going to be worth our time to actually go and get that node. Anyway, hopefully this kind of explains as a basic understanding. If you're a new player and you're looking to know what nodes to invest into, I'll give you some quick recommendations. Valencia is really good for getting some nodes over here in Valencia for figs, date palm, purified water, nutmeg. These are all really good. They're all around like 2,000 silver a piece or more. Very good price. Other ones that are very good is chicken and cereals. Cereals are like potatoes, corn. You have 2 corn nodes here. You have wheat over by Heidel. You have barley over by Northern Wheat Plantation. You also have by Duvenkroon. You have more barley and corn. So these are really good nodes for new players. I'll be coming out with a more advanced video for people who want to really dig into it and really try to understand and like figure out how to do the math on it all. But hopefully this gives any new player who's looking to try to understand nodes kind of like a beginning in it. It's not really that big of a deal. I wouldn't stress about it. It's a passive income. It's not really, it's not going to make it where you can buy a 100 billion silver item, but it is a good way to make an extra 25 to up to 100 mil per day if you start min-maxing it a little bit. So something you may want to focus on long term, but as a new player, I would just worry about kind of exploring the game world and making sure you're having fun. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.